UFC 161. I think that Rashad Evans is going to get it done. I think he's going to be a little bit too quick for Dan Henderson. I think a lot of people are picking Henderson. He's had some awesome fights. He's got the H-bomb. But I feel like Rashad's going to be a little bit too quick for him. I don't think we're going to see a lot of wrestling. I think it's going to be a kickboxing match through and through. If someone does hit a takedown, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Rashad was a college wrestler. Hendo was more of a Greco guy. So I think Rashad's probably got the advantage shooting in. Hendo's got the advantage in the clinch. But I don't think we're going to see any of that. I think we're going to see all kickboxing. Rashad trying to be quick, and Hendo chasing him around with the H-bomb.
What's up, everybody? This is Njokuani, the Assassin. I'm here to give you my picks for UFC 161. Now, I'm not going to go into full details about this. I'm just going to keep it plain and simple. And the person I'm going for the W this weekend will be Rashad Evans. And I feel that he's going to pull out a decision win this weekend. And the reason why I'm saying decision win is because I don't think that he'll be able to knock out Hendo, and I don't think that he'll be able to submit Hendo. Hendo's too tough in those areas. So that's the reason why I'm going with this decision win. So that's my pick for this weekend. Peace out, guys.
Hey guys, it's the Spaniard here. I'm here to give you my picks for this weekend's main event, UFC 161, Rashad Evans versus Dan Henderson. Both guys were evenly matched, obviously. Rashad, when you look at Rashad's wrestling versus Henderson's wrestling, a lot of people say on paper Hendo's wrestling is a lot better. This is true, however, on paper. However, in MMA, Rashad mixes his stand-up game and his takedowns as good as anyone in the game. Hendo's a little older, a little slower. Rashad is a lot quicker, and like I said, he's a lot more explosive and younger, and can mix and match that feet/ground game. If I have to pick a winner, at this point, it's extremely close, but I'm going to go with Hendo. He's going to be very tough to take down. Rashad might be able to do that early in the fight, but I think as time wears on, Hendo will be able to, use the old sprawl and brawl tactic. Rashad hasn't looked very good in his last couple fights. Hendo has. I'm going with Dan Henderson via TKO.
Hey everybody, Varner here. I want to give you my pick for the main event on Saturday night. I am going to go with Dan Henderson. I think he's a hard puncher, great wrestler, better wrestler than Rashad. Rashad does have the speed and the age advantage, but my heart is with Dan Henderson, and my money's on Dan as well. Take care.
What's up, guys? This is Bane and Ricardo Lamas here, and we're giving you our pick for the main event tonight. We're taking Dan Henderson by H-bomb. I think his wrestling is going to be too good for Rashad to take him down, and he's got those heavy hands, so that's who we're going with. All right?
What's happening? This is Pete Spratt, one of the KOreps athletes, and I just want to give you my prediction on UFC 161 with Henderson and Rashad Evans. I'm picking Big Dan just simply because I'm old school. Nothing against Rashad, but I just like rooting for the old school guys, and I would love to see Dan win, but I'd be okay with Rashad winning as well. But I want to see Big Dan Henderson win, still representing for the 40 and up class. So that's what I'm leaning to. That's where I'm going. Dan Henderson by KO, because if he lands one of those bombs, it's over.
Benoit, UFC 161, Dan Henderson versus Rashad Evans. Good fight. Both guys kind of have similar game plans. Dan's a little bit more powerful on the feet. I think his advantage is going to be, he's not afraid to get hit at all. He's a grinder. He'll always, take a punch to give a punch. On the ground, both guys are good wrestlers, but I think Dan's wrestling is a little bit tighter. I think he'll be able to control the top position a little bit more. If it stays on the feet, though, I think Rashad has a good chance, but I think Dan has that KO power, so I'm going with Dan Henderson by unanimous decision.
Hey guys, Joe Proctor here. I want to give my my thoughts on UFC 161, the main event, Rashad Evans versus Dan Henderson. I'm guessing Henderson's going to come out with the victory. No, he's very aggressive. Rashad kind of stands off, but Rashad hits hard. But I think Dan Henderson has a way bigger right hand. But you heard it first here. I think Dan Henderson's going to take it second round TKO.
UFC main event Saturday night. Rashad Evans, Dan Henderson. I like Rashad Evans by decision. I think his footwork and his speed is going to be a little bit too much. He's not going to put himself in harm's way. The movement is going to give Dan Henderson some problems.
Here, I would like to read you a poem that I've written. Here. Hendo the legend, always so calm. Mess with him, get hit with the H-bomb. UFC tournament, rings and pride champ. Former Greco-Olympian from the Team Quest camp. I'm sure he will win on Saturday by KO. At the end of the night, he will be the star of the show.